can't wait to get some milk.
How do you reckon that conversation goes with the doctor?
Well, tell us how you're supposed to.
I'm going to end up being divorced.
For a long time, Marcus, you've been demanding that there be someone out there who justifies your preferences. And finally, we found someone for you.
I've made 30 grand for about 3 hours of work a week, which I'm quite happy to do.
Now, is that a lot for you?
That is a good pay rate.
We want to be the best known people in the adult breastfeeding market.
Which is wrong, because Marcus has got that covered.
Wow.
The reason we're making this video is because we need to right the wrongs. Marcus, you need to be the #1 person in this.
Is there a ranking for this?
One of them there is.
Okay.
How does it taste?
The taste can change depending on what she eats, but for the most part, it tastes a bit like cool cereal milk.
Nice.
What do you agree?
There's nothing wrong with cool cereal milk.
Well, someone's.
It's rather tasty.
I don't like cereal.
You're
Just
missing.
milk.
You're missing out.
And milk with a little bit of sugar in it.
There you go. A little bit of sugar. I told you you're missing out.
We get hundreds and hundreds of messages.
Now, the thing that I love about this is on mainstream TV.
I know.
So every single person you ever meet from now on can possibly see this. And there's no erasing it.
Mainstream media showing this stuff. Wow. What's the title of this documentary?
Breastfeeding my boyfriend.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, boy.
Now, do you put this in the dating profile or do you wait till the second or third date to bring it up?
I reckon this is a good one to actually put in the dating profile just to see what type of people you would actually attract.
I feel like it's one of those ones where it knocks out 99 out of 100 people, but that one person, it's on.
It's on, yeah.
On social media. I wish my wife would do this. I wish my girlfriend would do this.
Well, Marcus, you asked us to play this so that you could show her, so...
Oh, God. Oh.
The awkward thing is she's going to see it.
I know.
And there's going to be a little bit of...
My wife.
Did he actually ask to see this?
My wife is going to watch this. And the reaction on her face
is going to be, why would you out us?
When she sees this, it's just, oh, God.
Yeah, she's just going to be, why would you out us, Marcus? You might want to send the link to the parents, grandparents.
Oh, my God, no.
Imagine next week at work, you come in on Monday into the office. And
I can tell you now, right? When this video goes out, I'm going to get some weird looks, I reckon, at some point from some people. And I'm just going to keep walking. It's going to happen.
Just go. Yeah, but imagine these people. Imagine if they worked as an accountant or something. They come into the office the next day and it's like, oh yeah, how was last night? I saw a documentary.
What I can't work out is, and this is for the life of me with a lot of things, people obviously have their own fetishes, right? Why do you want to broadcast that to the whole world?
Imagine you were in this, right? And then you go sell a business product the next day and you're like, yeah, our IT accounting software is the top leading accounting software in the world. And they're like, I mean, that's great and all, but I did watch a documentary of you breastfeeding your husband last night.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I mean, if you have kids, it's just, no, the kids are scarred for life, I reckon.
Sometimes it actually gets to me.
Well, I think you bring up the other point. Your kids are probably going to have to fight you for the milk.
Oh, yeah. It's
also, you're going to have kids to be breastfeed.
Exactly.
Emotionally, I've had days where I've been speaking to a fan and I can feel their loneliness. I hope
she can feel their loneliness.
Women.
Right.
I think she could also feel their thirstiness.
Oh, she probably can.
You're thirsty?
Oh my God, I just want to get home.
Well, him too. Do you reckon it hits you when you're out at dinner, at an important function and you're like, hey, I'm pretty hungry right now and I can't wait.
I reckon it's one of these things that once you start, people would get addicted to it.
It's a bit like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
For some people, this is like having their first coffee in the morning. They need to get their fix. And it can come at any time, quite literally.
It's not the only thing that can come at any time.
I only just thought that how that could have been taken. Literally as I was saying it, I'm like, I've just landed the golden punch.
Tip and Button live on the east coast of America.
I love that she's carrying him like,
what a name and just what a scenario.
look where his hands are.
I know. Well, of course. Where else would they
East
be?
of America, in Hampton Roads, Virginia.
Oh, I love you.
I was standing and he knelt before me and he latched, and as soon as the milk came, it was just this instant reaction that almost swept me off my feet, literally. I almost fell over.
It swept you off your feet. Wow.
Because you were just clutching me to you and making these little noises in the back of your throat. It was like the moment you had the milk on your tongue.
It was like I was waiting for it.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
But the thing is, to breastfeed, you need to have a baby. So, like, does the breastfeeding start hitting, and then he's like, "Oi, get that kid out of the way! I need it."
Oh, I can tell you now. I reckon there would be some people that would be like, "Yeah, I'm fighting the little one for this."
Desperately searching online for information on adult nursing relationships, or ANRs. They
Adult
there you go.
nursing relationships.
There you go, Marcus. Now you know what to put in your LinkedIn description.
Adult nursing relationships.
Could you put that as your LinkedIn bio?
Oh,
In an ANR.
In an ANR. Do you reckon the woman's got like one on each breast, the boyfriend on one and the baby on the other? They're going away. They're having a little nibble away at both times.
Or do you reckon it's like the boyfriend and the husband?
Oh, wow. Yeah, who knows? It could be.
They found nothing, so decided to share their own experiences to help others.
So this was our first video that we posted.
You know you're a creep when you find nothing on what you're into online. If there is nothing on what you're into online, there is something really out there.
Yeah, I mean, you are, if you're like the first to put something like this online, like you are clearly taking things to a whole nother level that the normal general public just don't think about normally.
I mean, anything and everything exists.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Remember how nervous we were?
One thing I want to point out is she's pretty flat there for someone that's into this, right? Would you not think that if you're into this kind of thing that they'd be pretty big?
It's different for everyone.
He wasn't nervous about it. I kind of figured people would get.
I love that on the actual documentary they show everything, and we're gonna have to edit it out. But like on an actual documentary on mainstream TV, they show everything.
Well, obviously you can. This will. I'm sure this got shown at certain times of the night. I will bet you that one of these boyfriends or partners or something had the craving for this at like 1:30 in the morning. And had to wake her up.
But this was the kind
for
of
this to happen.
When you were like 13, especially at our age when we were 13, you didn't really have the internet at the same level. This was a gold mine to stumble across a documentary like this. To see a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Even if it's in this weird thing, you'd be like, okay, well, I'm not into that specifically, but you know, I see some stuff that'll get me going.
Yeah.
And that's this guy's face right now.
Yeah.
Gonna get the wrong idea about it, but for the most part, I mean, everyone kind of got exactly what we were trying to convey.
I mean, people just came out of the woodwork, just saying, please, can we have more stuff like this? Because we can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the comments,
We got love your breastfeeding content.
I love this relationship goals.
Love your breastfeeding content.
Their original adult breastfeeding video has been viewed over 300,000 times.
Hold on. 300,000 times. That's
299,000 of those were Marcus.
I think. That is a lot. Like that shows you that there's a lot of people out there that have this actual fetish.
We decided to share our adult nursing relationship because it's such a big part of our lives. People think it's a sex life kind of thing, but it's not a sex life. It's part of our lives. It's part of our relationship. But the only way to share that with anybody is through because you can't.
I mean, you can't just
post it to Facebook or something.
No, you can't post it to Facebook. You can just be on a mainstream TV network for a documentary, though.
Wow.
For many breastfeeding fans,
I love how they go to sheep with all the like stereotypes of different.
They're literally just trying to normalize this. That's what they're trying to do.
they have to console themselves with erotic lactation videos made by the likes of Milk.
Did I just hear that? Erotic lactation videos.
Yeah, your homepage.
I didn't know such a thing existed.
I've got 3 children, 2 under 2, which is quite hard work.
What a name.
And I started making the
What, you don't like Milky Mummy?
I just said, what a name. Milky
content when I
Mummy.
was pregnant with my baby that's sort of now nearly 2. Before I made adult content, I've always worked in healthcare, and I still do that as well.
Yeah, she still works in healthcare.
She's gone from working in healthcare to making adult content. What that is?
She's gone from working in healthcare to working in healthcare. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, that's a decent change.
Privately in the evenings. It might seem like a weird kind of thing to some people, and
It might seem like a weird thing to some people. Not Marcus. Very noble to Marcus.
just making money from like squeezing my breasts. But I've made 30 grand for about 3 hours of work a week, which I'm quite happy to do.
I hope she paid her taxes because I hope the tax man is watching and gives her an audit.
Oh, the tax man's coming, all right. Don't you worry. Literally and figuratively.
Health-conscious couple Lana and Sean live in Spain.
We met through a dating site. She started messaging me.
We met through a dating site.
Wow.
And one of the few things that she asks is, what is your favorite fruit? But for me, it sounded like a very random question. I'm not into normal girls. Onwards, we started feeling like a really deep connection, like we knew each other from a past life. And since then, we've been together.
We both just were into all the same things.
We're both into all the same things, breastfeeding and fruit.
Just seemed like
Right.
magic that you can find someone so much into the same things as you.
Oh, you can find someone into the same things as that you like in this day and age, because I can tell you now, there's always going to be someone out there that likes whatever it is that you do.
When you meet online, you need to go through their images and on social media. And I saw a few photos of her looking pregnant. And she looks so beautiful being pregnant.
Now, is that not creepy at all? Like, oh yeah, I just saw photos of her on a dating profile being pregnant and she looks so hot at being pregnant.
This is already, it's just like, this is what...
Don't forget.
I'm actually speechless at this point.
You're forgetting that they both made a big point about how they got on so well because they shared the same interests.
Yeah, I know.
She's pregnant.
I'm actually...
And that's what he got excited by on her profile.
Yeah.
And I masturbated that day.
Imagine going on TV and being like, yeah, so she had photos of her pregnant and I pleasured myself.
Wow.
To that photo of her.
When I was pregnant, I was much more like natural looking and not wearing so much makeup and things like that.
And that is connected to the adult breastfeeding.
What?
Wow.
You don't have to wear makeup, so if you really are so into it and you guys share so much of the same interests and all this stuff, just don't wear makeup.
Wow.
Obviously, when she was pregnant, she was full of milk. That was a big turn on.
What? What the f***?
The turn on was that she was pregnant and full of milk.
So basically, they're all into all the same stuff, which means that he told her whatever she said, he's like, yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Taylor Swift, she's my favorite. The color pink, love it. But you're pregnant, right?
Disappointingly for Sean, Lana weaned her youngest child 4 years ago and soon after stopped producing milk.
The tragedy. She
Oh,
stopped.
that is.
Well, there's one way to easily fix
I was
that.
going to say, is the relationship ended or not?
Following a rigorous
That is a very good point. Do you end the relationship if you're into this when you can no longer have kids?
My guess is once she's had the child and once she's weaned the baby off the breast milk, she's using the pumps to just keep it flowing so it can keep him going.
Or are you sending a message to your wife right now that, hey,
No,
if you
I
stop, it's over.
Oh my God.
following a rigorous breast pumping schedule.
A vigorous
He's also taking milk-inducing supplements.
milk-inducing
Over-the-counter in
supplements.
Spain.
Yeah, so I
That is wrong. That is steroids and sets a wrong example for the children.
It's a wrong example for the children.
Breastfeed your husband naturally, you pig.
Oh God.
do 2 times a day.
But they're prescription only in the UK.
Very demanding.
There's prescriptions for this in the UK.
So that means you have to actually tell your doctor why you
gotta
need to be breastfeeding.
Go to a doctor.
That means you have to actually tell your doctor, hey, my husband likes to drink my breast milk, but I'm no longer breastfeeding. So can you give me prescription drugs so that I can actually breastfeed again? Because you have to give a reason. The doctor's not just going to give you the drugs for no reason.
That's true.
So
but-
you're going to have to tell your doctor what you're into.
I mean, how do you reckon that conversation goes with the doctor?
Well, tell us how you're supposed to.
This is like the drugs are only available in the UK.
That's a good excuse.
So I'm going to get on a plane for 24 hours.
I mean, it'd be worth it for you. Although I guess you'd be like, you know, convetching and everything on the plane, waiting for those 24 hours to get more. Do you reckon they go into the toilet on the plane and like he has a little bit of a suckle, or?
If he really needed it, I reckon yes.
What if you're sitting on a plane, right? You're sitting in the aisle and the person in the middle in the window breastfeeding adults.
Well, you know how like women breastfeed their children pretty much anywhere these days.
Yeah, but that's normal. But
Yeah, I
if it's
know.
like if it's a 45-year-old
Yeah,
man,
I know, full grown man, you're breastfeeding a full grown. Oh my goodness.
Your milk supply back because you have to be ready to commit to pumping or expressing that milk at least 4 times a day. But the most
4
important
times a day.
well, he gets very thirsty.
Oh, I'd imagine.
I have 4 coffees a day. It's a lot of breast milk I need.
Yeah, fair enough.
thing was to have the motion of suckling. So I asked Sean to help me with that.
Marcus, you're not suckling enough. I mean, that is a lesson for new fathers out there. If you're going to
Learn to suckle.
Yeah, you got to help produce the milk. You got to put your part in.
With enough breast stimulation, even childless women can produce milk.
There we go.
Wow,
Problem
okay.
solved. Here I am traveling across the world to meet some pregnant woman when I could have just been encouraging local women.
Wow, okay. It's actually possible. All right.
And Lana's supplements seem to have sped things up for her.
I have only been trying to relactate for 3 days now, and my first drop of milk came through when I was hand expressing. And it's very tiny, but it's a sign of what's to come.
I just can't wait to get some milk.
The look on his
creepy
face.
was that? That is the creepiest
My
thing I've
first
ever
reaction
seen.
was just the look on this bloke's face.
And you know how they were going on about how she can't wear makeup and whatnot? It looks like he's wearing makeup in this.
He could very well be for this. So.
Look at the headbands in the background too. They're into some real weird
Oh,
shit.
they do.
That actually looks like cow heads. So I reckon that they might be playing a little bit
There
of.
could be some role play as
yeah.
well, just for good measure.
And they forgot to take it out.
Look at like the grin, the smirk on his face. He's so happy about this.
The first thing I do when I'm interviewed on a national TV documentary is I remove my role play attire from this shot. And I also don't do it in my underwear.
No, that's not going to happen in this circumstance.
After 10 long weeks, the wait is over.
I love how it's just happened on.
They couldn't wait until the cameras left the room.
No. Oh, God.
Taboo, even in the porn world. Milky content can be hard to find.
I was just getting
Yeah, Marcus, you've been complaining for a long time.
requests all the time for lactation videos, and obviously my boobs are really full at first, so milk sort of dripping out of my nipples. Some people have asked me to drink my own milk, so like actually to suck from my own nipple. It's kind of direct the boob up and nipple, and it like sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't, and it just kind of squirts everywhere. I think it is quite hard to stand out on social media, and
It's very hard to stand out on social
hard
media.
to stand out on social media. This stands out enough on sites, let alone social media in general.
that kind of thing.
I ask you this:
so
there's a lot of stuff on social media, right? That, let's be honest, in this day and age, we almost just look at and just say, yeah, that's actually normal. This is off on another tangent, off almost on another planet to the average person.
So that's why I like to have this niche. So it went from pregnancy to now the lactating. That's kind of like my thing now. And I do a lot of promotion through a lot of social media sites, and my boyfriend actually does a lot of that for me because he like fully accepts sort of what I do and helps me with that side of it.
Wow,
She's posted
that's a good
over
boyfriend.
600 scantily clad photos and videos, with her lactation content becoming liquid gold.
10-minute video.
That's a great line, liquid gold.
10-minute video, for instance, it's usually about £40. But I also started getting a lot of men asking if I did adult breastfeeding or if I would sell videos of me feeding my partner. I'm not entirely sure why there's such a big fetish for adult breastfeeding. I just sometimes wonder if it's kind of like a mother-son kind of issue, maybe.
You're so cute.
Sweater vest and a bow tie.
We're bringing the kiddie videos. We're
bet I
bringing
can
the
still
kiddie
run.
photos out.
Tip was brought to America by his adoptive father, who was serving in the military in Seoul.
Looking good.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, look at your face.
I reckon I found the problem. It
What?
sounds like he was brought by the father, they very specifically said. So I reckon there's clearly issues with the mum. She must have been stuck there and he missed out. And I reckon he missed out on breastfeeding as a kid, so he wanted to catch up.
So there's definitely a mother issue with.
Well, this guy specifically, they very much said that.
Oh, look at your face.
Yeah, he's a handsome fella.
Oh my gosh.
As an adult, now I kind of have theories as to why I'm so drawn to the A&R and the nursing, because I didn't get that. Because I was immediately given up for an adoption, and then I was
There you go.
Well, we pretty much just, yeah.
and then I was in a facility. So I wasn't breastfed as a baby, and I feel like that's probably got a little bit to do with why I'm so drawn to it now. You know, I don't try to pretend that she's my mother. She doesn't try to pretend that I'm her son. It's about being nurtured. It's about...
That's good because that would be creepy. Thank God they don't go across that line.
That is... Can you imagine?
Lines cannot be crossed here. Breastfeed me like a regular man.
I reckon he's just, yeah. I love how he's trying to normalize this as much as possible.
Well, as they should.
Yes.
Very normal behavior.
Yeah.
It's about being held. It's about completely giving myself over to that and just that absolute feeling of being taken care of.
That is very weird because you would think it'd be about taste or like enjoying breast milk more than regular milk.
I don't even know what to make of like what he's saying and how he's describing how it makes him feel.
Yeah, but you'll be having fun with it later tonight, so don't worry.
I feel more close to him now than I feel during any other time. You know, this is incredibly intimate.
There you go. There's reasoning to do it. So Tonight when you get home, tell your wife. You'll feel closer to me after this.
Oh, wait till she sees this guy.
Kissing used to be the most intimate thing.
Yep, kissing used to be the most intimate thing.
Now it's having a nibble.
Yeah, tell your wife.
And now this is above and beyond.
Now, most people would say there are other intimate things you can do beyond kissing, but apparently not.
Typically, on any given day, Tip will breastfeed 3 to 5 times a day, generally before work, after work, before bed, when we wake up.
How dare they? Why doesn't she express feed so that he can take some to work with him?
No, it's clearly not the same.
Sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes it is a challenge to find the time to breastfeed, although we will make the time because...
Imagine that, being late for work and being like, I cannot leave until I breastfeed. Or going to work like half an hour late and you're like, why are you late? Well, my wife had some trouble breastfeeding this morning.
Oh, I mean...
This is the thing. He clearly works in an office environment.
Yeah.
Look at the way he's dressed. So he's going to an office, and this is going to be on the TV for everyone in that office to see.
How do you reckon this conversation goes with your boss?
The only advantage I see is that it'd be so awkward that they wouldn't want to have the conversation.
No, this is a conversation that the boss has got to have with the employee.
Yeah, but they're not going to want to have it, so that's the only benefit.
You actually
Daddy, chill.
need to have it with like your HR representative in there to help you have the conversation, because you probably haven't got the skill set to deal with having a conversation like this.
To be honest, I reckon what happens is they find some other reason to fire him. They're like, oh, no, your work wasn't good enough, so we're going to have to get rid of you. Definitely not because of the documentary of you breastfeeding from your wife last night.
He's on like a performance reviewer the second this comes out. Oh,
It is important, not just physically, but emotionally. It is important to us that we connect that often on a daily basis.
In the West Country, Milky Mummy's clear why she's making milk videos. She's being very well taken care of by her highest paying customers.
Yeah, well, it's very obvious that she's doing it for the money. Not good enough. I'm sick of these people doing things for the money. They should be doing it for the love.
Most of the underwear that I have has been purchased by many of my fans, so maybe a black version. I never really thought it's something I would go into making.
You think?
I've always thought this would be my... So odd. I actually, grew up thinking I'd be doing this.
Wow.
My entire life, I knew that I was going to be posting TikToks, even though TikTok wasn't invented until 3/4 of the way through my life. But, you know.
I've always had a very high sex drive and been a sexual person, so taking pictures and videos was always sort of something I would do.
That's one thing.
And it just sort of like fell into place. Also, this was a purchase for me, which has got some sort of little cat ears and a choker and a butt plug tail. I get all sorts of requests for my milk videos, spraying, drinking, showering, my milk dribbling on the floor, my spraying on my partner.
Marcus, come through if you need a little bit of spray.
Oh, wow.
Spraying on myself. It's quite unbelievable just being at home making these videos. Can be such a big earner for me.
Her 14,000 faithful followers have supported her throughout her pregnancies, making milk the perfect way to pay the bills.
A lot of people do judge doing this kind of work, people that don't kind of understand, but I can be a stay-at-home mum, look after my children, which is my main priority, make these videos evenings and weekends and make quite a good living off of it. So it's, you know, I don't care.
I used to be a teacher, which was a job I really loved. It was so rewarding. I love children.
I wonder why you're no longer a teacher.
You're probably going to go in a documentary like this if you're a teacher.
I mean...
I love children and helping them to learn new things. But I think in general it's difficult to get work in Spain, especially if they don't speak fluent Spanish. So now I've completely changed career and I'm making adult content and...
What a surprise.
Yes.
And I love that too. And I have this huge collection of like dildos. And
She's got the
it's
same
different
collection you
every
do.
day. Just like teaching is different every day.
Sean's hoping with enough hard work and his skills from his
Enough hard work.
Yeah.
previous vocation, they can become a power couple.
A power couple.
They are.
Oh, wow.
Such a monkey.
I used to be a personal trainer. There you go. And we decided to leave the job.
I wonder why.
Why did you?
And we picked up adult content.
He is wearing makeup. I mean, it's fine, but like clearly he is. Maybe that's one of their shared interests.
Could be.
She always wanted to be a porn star, and I really enjoyed acting.
He really enjoys acting.
But she always wanted to be a porn star.
Well, she needed his help to get there.
Well, quite clearly.
And he always enjoyed acting.
Well, okay, that's
So I just
fine.
wanted to connect two things that
This is what they were talking about. They share the same interests.
Okay, yes.
They
found the niche that they both enjoy.
both enjoy the same thing.
I really enjoy, which are sex and acting.
They hope adult breastfeeding can help them carve out a more popular, profitable niche. Lana's making time to film regular updates to keep their paying fans happy.
So me and Sean made a hot video today of some adult breastfeeding, and we had a really close bond and connection, and I'm sure you'll really want to share that with us.
See, it all seems to be about the connection and the bond it makes. So I think this is a good way to like promote it to your wife.
About the bond and the connection.
Yeah, think of it would take your relationship to the next level.
It'd take a lot of things to a level that I didn't know existed before.
This is what this is about, opening your eyes.
Oh, yeah, it's opening my eyes, all right.
Their move into the milky market.
Milky market. What a way to describe it.
Proven popular.
I think it is crazy that you guys do this, but total respect, man. Like,
Is that just some random woman they're showing in a club?
By the looks of it, yes.
Hey, you're a random woman in a cafe. What do you think of what we do?
Yes.
With a rapidly growing fan base of over 15,000 fans.
15,000 fans. Wow.
Just think it'd be 14,999 if you weren't there.
For some help.
As we are very ambitious, we obviously are looking forward, and we want somebody to help us out.
yeah, I feel like as well, it's such like a big pool of content in this industry that it can get really difficult to stand out.
Imagine being a regular social media marketing manager person, right? And then you have all these like business clients, and then out of nowhere you get this as a client, and you're going to be on TV.
We have so much going on that is always, it's just getting a bit too hard to cope with all the work. So we need somebody to help us, and we need to focus more on the content.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. Focusing on the content.
Yeah, agreed. I think
Imagine being this guy sitting there in the cafe and being like, okay, yeah, just having a cafe, coffee late in the afternoon. Oh, I wonder what they're talking about. Well, I breastfeed my husband, and we need you to post better social media because we're too busy breastfeeding.
it's great that you guys are so busy that you feel like you need to get help in this sector. I think it's amazing.
Because the adult breastfeeding niche is so like hidden and taboo, we've actually got people interested from all over the world. There's like people willing for us to travel to them, and like they'll
travel to them. Hey, you might want to pitch your wife on this. Hey. They seem open.
Oh, it's just.
Hey, do you want to a little bit off topic? Do you want to like? I brought you to this cafe with these camera crews to present to you that I want to bring this couple from Spain over.
Traveling the world breastfeeding your boyfriend. Oh my goodness.
pay for everything and have us stay over just because like they cannot find this niche easily in any other place.
Well, yeah, it's not necessarily easy to hire a couple to come over to your house and breastfeed.
I'm just like...
The couple now rake in up to €6,000 a month from their breastfeeding videos.
That's some good income.
That's feeling better.
Yeah, you might want to get involved. Again.
But as their main source of income, they can't afford to get anything wrong.
What do you think? I like
I want to see you in the light. Sit down, please.
Ooh, he's getting very dominant now.
Wow,
Yeah,
wait.
this works so much better. Breastfeeding feels like peace.
Feels like peace.
Peace.
There you go. That's a good way to
Dave-
put it to your wife. It feels like peace.
Feels like peace.
Feels really relaxed.
Relaxed.
It's really nice.
I'm sure it is nice.
Okay.
Well, there you have it.
Oh,
Final words for your wife. Pitch her now. You have 10 seconds. Go.
no, I'm going to end up being divorced. Anyway, I actually.
Well, I think
Oh,
let me summarize it for you.
please do.
Breastfeeding is peace, and therefore Marcus needs his peace. Be considerate of his peace. It'll bring you together.
I don't get much peace these days, to be honest.
There you go. That's why you need your wife to breastfeed you.
Apparently, this might be my way to get peace.